today's video is really different to my usual videos. So I do a lot of hauls, but I don't think I've ever done an anti-haul, and I didn't even know it existed. So because I've been traveling so much, I've been totally off the internet, and then I just saw Jovita's Instagram and I saw that she did an anti-haul, and I was like, wow, there's something like an anti-haul. So yeah, I thought it'd be fun to do a video about products that I wouldn't buy. Now, for those of you who don't know what an anti-haul is, it's a new concept to me and to you. It's basically products that I wouldn't buy. So when you say this is my haul and stuff that I got, so an anti-haul is products that you wouldn't buy for various reasons. Maybe it's too expensive, maybe you just don't get the hype or whatever. But again, these are just products I wouldn't buy. A lot of people might buy them and like them, but I thought it'd be fun to do a video. So number one is the Kim Kardashian West Contour and Highlight Kit, which is about $50, say around 3,000 rupees. I think it's $48. I don't think I would ever buy it. Now, I know that it was sold out in less than 3 hours, and it's one of those products that everybody wants to try or post on the internet, and maybe it's good, I don't know, but I just am not so into contouring and highlighting that I would want to buy a whole set of sticks and, you know, draw all over my face and be like, it's not really me. I don't do it ever, and yeah, I don't think I would buy it ever. No. The next thing is the Dyson hairdryer. Now, you guys have seen this, I have seen it, and when I saw it first I was like, wow, that is so cool. I want that hairdryer because it's just round and, you know, it just looks really cool, and visually you think, wow, that's a cool dryer. But $400 for a hairdryer is a bit much. I don't think I would spend that kind of money ever. And it's even more expensive in India. I think it's like 36,000 on Amazon, which is, I mean, it's ridiculous for a hairdryer. It dries your hair. Like, I mean, I even get people spending like 3, 4, 5,000 rupees on a hairdryer, but like that kind of money is a lot of money for a hairdryer. So not buying that. Then we have fidget spinners. Now, I just don't get fidget spinners. I do not understand the hype. I do not understand the excitement. Vaibhav has like 3 or 4 of them, and I've tried them various times to see if I get addicted to them, and I just haven't, and I just don't get it. Like, I wouldn't want to be sitting and going, or like putting it on my nose or on my head or wherever else people are putting it now. Now in India, you get them at like roadside stalls for like 50 rupees and 100 rupees, or you get them for thousands of rupees, but they just don't excite me at all. Like, I don't think I would buy one. Like, if I have one lying around, maybe I'd play with it for 5 minutes and then get bored of it, but it's not for me. Number 4 is the Urban Decay Heat Palette. Now, I've been seeing this all over YouTube. Like, I see lots of products on YouTube and people buying them because someone's doing a video about it, and then everybody wants to do a video about it. And I just don't get that. If the product is not for you, it's not for you. I have never bought an Urban Decay Naked Palette in my life. There, I said it. And I don't think I will be buying the Urban Decay Heat Palette either. I'm just not such a major eyeshadow palette person. I use what I have, or I get a lot of, you know, PR kits and whatever's in that I use. But I'm not someone who would go out and specifically say, I want to buy the Naked Palette. Maybe if you're someone who's really into makeup and you know, want to buy multiple palettes, I get it. But for me, no, I don't think I would buy the new Heat palette or the older Naked palette or the older Naked palette. So yeah, no, I wouldn't buy it. Okay, up next we have the Fenty sliders. Now, when I saw these like ages ago online when there were no prices and stuff, I was like, oh my god, I want these. But sadly, they're for like 6,000 rupees in India, which I think is a lot for a pair of sliders. So maybe if they were cheaper, say like 2,000, or I mean, even 3,000 is a lot, but yeah, maybe 3,000, but not more than that. Like, these are 6,000 rupees for sliders. So as much as I like them, as cool as I think they look, I don't think I would spend 6,000 rupees on them. Then we have the Glam Glow masks. Now, of course, these have been all over YouTube for ages. You've seen the black one, the silver one, the blue one, and they're all the rage. And I think it's all kind of hyped because it just looks cool and shiny, and everyone's like, oh my god, it looks so cool, so it must be cool. And I think it's pretty expensive at $70. That's what, 4,000, 5,000 Indian rupees, which is a lot of money for a face mask, especially if it's just a fad to have a silver face or a blue face or a black face. And I've never tried it, but if you have and it's good, comment below because I would love to know. But whenever I've seen like videos or posts about it, I think it's just a fad. Then we have Kylie Cosmetics. Now, I have never bought anything from Kylie's cosmetic range ever. A lot of people requested me to buy the Kylie lip kits when they first launched, and I did think I would because they had some really cool funky colors like you couldn't get otherwise, like black and things like that. But I never ended up buying them because I thought they were expensive and I wasn't sure if they were great quality or not. And the lip kits I still might buy, like if I try it and like it, but I don't think I would ever buy the Kylighters or the new Coco collection. It's just not my scene, and I just think they're better highlighters out there, like for 2,000 or 3,000, like Becca and so many others that, you know, are great highlighters if you're someone who likes highlighters. So yeah, I don't think I would buy the highlighter or the Coco collection. Then we have another faddy product, which is Fit Tea. Now, I do not understand these slimming teas. I get a lot of emails from people every day saying, would you like to promote this tea, or would you like to promote that tea, slimming tea, this, you know, blah blah blah. And you see a lot of these teas and you see a lot of people promoting them on social media and on YouTube, and I don't think I would ever buy them, or I don't think I would ever try them. So they have these detoxes, a 28-day detox and a 14-day detox, which I think are priced at what, $25 or $50. So I don't know if they're worth the price or if they really work, but I don't think I would ever buy or try any kind of slimming tea. Like, I think it's much better to just go work out or drink regular green tea if you know, want something healthy. I wouldn't really trust any of these teas. Nah. Now we have the Pond's White Beauty range. Now, this one's been around for ages. They repackage it and they bring it back in different forms. Like, I think they have a face wash, they have a day cream, and then I think they have a BB cream or a CC cream or something like that. But I just would never buy anything that says white on the packaging, or that is a whitening cream, because I mean, I've done a video about this. If you guys want to watch that in detail, I will put that here. But every time I see whitening cream, I just cringe and I'm like, I don't think anything can make your skin white, and I just feel like it's just so unnecessary in today's day and age for anyone to go out and buy Pond's White Beauty, because it's just, oh no, you don't need to do that. And yeah, I would never buy not just Pond's White Beauty, but anything that's whitening. The reason this one stood out to me is because I think they advertise a lot in India, just like Fair and Lovely. Another thing I would not buy ever. But yeah, like a lot of these whitening creams, I just would not ever buy them. Nope. Then we have the new L'Oreal Clay Mask. Now, it comes in 2 variants and it's supposed to be for oily skin and normal skin. And I think they're priced at what, $8.50 each. So there's a different one for your T-zone if it's oily, and if your skin is normal, there's a different one for your cheeks, like if you're combination skin and things like that. So it would be around what, $1,700 for both of them, which is not that expensive. I just didn't think it was as exciting for me when I saw the product. I don't know, it just didn't excite me and I didn't really want to like try it. And when I think of masks, I like the peel off variety, or I really do like the you know, the actual foil or tissue or cloth mask that you can put on to your face and leave there and then take it off. I'm not so into these pasty masks anymore where you just put them on, and yeah, so I don't think I would buy that. And last but not the least, we have the Artis Oval brushes. These brushes took over the internet. Like, they were literally everywhere, and every alternate beauty blogger or blogger was like talking about how cool they are, how amazing they are, and they probably are, I don't know, but I wasn't tempted to buy them then, and I'm not tempted to buy them now because I just feel like they're very expensive. Like, for me, my fingers work just as well when I'm doing my foundation and stuff like that, or a regular sponge or blender works just as well. I don't really think I need fancy stuff or like brushes for my face. The thing is with me, the more I see more people talk about the product, I think like it's kind of hyped up, especially the expensive ones, because you feel like, why is everybody suddenly interested in this one makeup brush, or why is everybody suddenly interested in, you know, Kim's contour kit? Like, it just seems like it's a bit of a fad, and yeah, that kind of puts me off buying the product and I don't end up buying it. So yeah, that happens a lot with me. So that was my first anti-haul, and it was fun. I think it's different to like, initially I thought it would be similar to my to buy or not to buy, because even there it helped people whether they should buy something or not buy. But then I realized that those are products that I've actually bought and maybe been disappointed with, and these are products that I just wouldn't go out and buy. So I thought it was fun. It's different, it's interesting, and yeah, I enjoyed it. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and comment below if you've tried any of these products and if they're good, if they're worth the hype. Maybe I'll go buy some of them. Nah, I don't think I will, but still. And also comment below with your list of anti-haul items that you wouldn't buy. See you guys. Bye.